Today, I'm going to show you how to grow cucumbers in pots at home, starting from planting the seedlings. I'm using 4 white pots and placing them right next to the house. The pots already have drainage holes, and the size is just right, around 21 centimeters wide and about 30 centimeters tall. Enough space for the roots to grow, but still easy to move around if needed. For the growing medium, I mix garden soil, compost, burnt rice husk, and cocoa pot. This combination keeps the soil loose, well-drained and full of nutrients, perfect for cucumbers in containers. Now, I'm planting 4 cucumber seedlings, each around 10 days old. 1 seedling goes into each pot. I gently take them out of their small nursery pots, make a hole in the soil with my hand, and carefully place the seedlings in. I repeat this for all 4 pots, making sure they're all upright and secure. After planting, I water them thoroughly to help them settle in and start growing strong. This is the first step, and honestly, this early stage always gets me excited. Seven days later, the cucumber plants are growing really well. They've added some height, the leaves look more lush, and tiny tendrils have started to appear. These tendrils help the plant grab onto supports and climb as they grow. Since cucumbers are natural climbers, I started building a cucumber trellis using bamboo. I used simple materials I had at home: bamboo poles, string, and a bit of creativity. The design is pretty basic, but it's strong enough to support the vines as they grow and eventually carry fruit. I shaped the trellis like this so the plants can climb up naturally. When the cucumbers start forming, they'll hang down, keeping them cleaner and easier to harvest. If bamboo's not available, you can use wire mesh, garden netting, wooden stakes, or even an old rack. Anything sturdy that gives the vines something to cling to works great as a cucumber trellis. Setting it up early makes a big difference. It helps keep the plants healthy, saves space, and gives everything a neat and organized look. It's now day 14, and the cucumber plants have really taken off. They're getting taller and have started wrapping themselves tightly around the trellis. The leaves look lush and healthy, just what we want at this stage. Today I did a bit of maintenance. I removed some weeds growing around the base of the pots, just to keep the area clean and free from competition. Then, I added organic compost to each pot, just a small handful per plant, one by one. After that, I gave them a good watering. Watering is something I do every day, especially since the weather's been hot lately. Cucumbers need consistent moisture to grow well, especially when they're developing fast like this. I also trimmed off a few of the lower leaves and side shoots near the base. These lower parts can sometimes become hiding spots for insects or ants, and cutting them back helps the plant focus its energy on growing upward. Little by little, the plants are looking stronger and more ready for the next stage. It's day 21, and the cucumber plants are starting to fill up the upper part of the trellis. The leaves are getting bigger, and now there are plenty of flowers and even tiny cucumbers starting to show. To help with cucumber pollination, I've been hand pollinating using my fingers. It's simple and helps increase the chances of fruit developing. I also noticed a few helpful insects flying around, doing their part with natural pollination. Things are moving along nicely. 26 days after planting, the cucumbers are growing like crazy. The leaves are super lush now. They've totally covered the top of the trellis. It's looking really full and healthy up there. Recently, I mixed in some cocoa peat to improve the soil. It helps keep everything moist and airy, which the roots love. Under the leaves, I'm starting to see little cucumbers popping up. They're still tiny, but there's a good number of them already. Always exciting to spot the first signs of fruit in this cucumber growing stage. When it comes to watering cucumbers, I make sure the soil stays moist every day. And a few times a week, I use water from my fish pond. It's rich in natural nutrients and works just like the best fertilizer for cucumbers. The plants love it. Everything's looking great so far. This stage always brings that extra boost of motivation. It's now day 40 since transplanting, or about 50 days since I started from seeds. And look at these cucumbers. They're finally ready for harvest. Most of them have grown to a really nice size, and there are still some smaller ones that I'll leave for a second harvest in the next 10 days or so. Before picking, I did a bit of cleanup, pruning the lower leaves to make it easier to move around and to help with airflow. It also keeps pests away from the base of the plants. If you've been following this cucumber growing journey, this is the most exciting part. So come on, grab a basket and let's harvest some homegrown cucumbers.